Discount Dentistry by WinsomeJesse. We were poor when I was young, so when Dr. Zavorian moved in next door to the Pizza Hut with that big yellow sign in the window that read, Discount Dentistry, my mother was thrilled. I took good care of my teeth, or at least I brushed when it seemed I should have, but I hadn't been to the dentist since I was a baby, so I didn't know what to expect. Still, I'd seen dentists on TV. Some of them had receptionists. Almost all of them had dental assistants. I don't think any of them had naked 100-watt bulbs dangling from extension cords in the middle of the examination room. Needless to say, Dr. Zavorian's setup defied my modest expectations at every turn. "Tut, tut," he mumbled, leaning in close enough to share the tuna on his breath. Ungloved hands and smudged utensils prodding and jabbing every ridge and nook inside my mouth. "That one'll have to come out." My mother looked pale. Then Dr. Zavorian quoted her the price, and she perked right back up. She left me alone as Dr. Zavorian placed a rubber tube in my nose and asked me to breathe deeply. I didn't go out. Instead, I went limp and powerless. I could hear everything, see everything, and feel just about everything, but I couldn't do anything. Only sit there. Dr. Zavorian knew. It wasn't an accident. For 20 minutes, he cut and tugged and ripped and wrenched. I thought my skull was cracking. He worked up a hearty, gleeful sweat, popping that molar loose. When he was finally done, he held the bloody tooth up to the light, like a professor examining a gold nugget. Then he tossed it into his mouth. I don't know how long he stood there, slurping on my tooth, moaning softly, eyes closed, completely blissed out. It felt like an eternity. Afterward, I told my mother what had happened. She didn't believe me. She said it was the anesthesia. 10 years and 7 extractions later, someone finally figured out what should have been obvious from the start, that Dr. Zavorian wasn't a real dentist. No degrees, no license, nothing. For what it's worth, they also found 15 tubs of mostly human teeth in a storage space leased to the good doctor. Quite a few of them were cemented together with Dr. Zavorian's DNA. I confronted my mother about it once during a break from college. She just shook her head and waved her hand. "We all knew he was a little funny, but you have to understand, he had the best rates in town." As for the doctor himself, he escaped. He's still out there. I imagine he's got a new practice up and running. After all, times are tough. Who can say no to a good discount?